Well, we don't know. It's a mystery. It's a mystery.
But Be Someone will also be part of the vendor area. You can come out and purchase shirts. You can actually meet the artist. You cannot take pictures with them because of the fact that they will be arrested because that is the people that vandalizes our city. Right. But yet there is a petition set to sign and get that legalized so we can actually make that an actual Houston landmark. So we're working on it.
It already is a Houston landmark.
Truth, yeah.
We're working on it. So.
Yeah, it's such a landmark that when Tookie's relocated to Kemah, they actually recreated it in their little train setup up high that my kid
we have
loves.
our little things that we like to do. So it makes us. So that's awesome.
Awesome.
People keep trying to change it too.
Dude, they just did last week. You didn't see that? They just did, but it will be back.
What did it say? Wash your hands. Somebody tried to change my beard last week. You can't do that.
It's almost like an artist challenge now down there.
It is.
It'll be back. It's vandalization, but it's artistry at the same time because it's always.
Mike,
it's
you
always
can call
something.
it anything you want, brother. Drink another night, Peter.
I will.
Try this
Guaranteed.
try this crush, man. It's awesome.
I'm drinking one. It's awesome. So what else is on the lineup here, John?
Well, I was going to
back to John.
Hey, so I was going to ask Paul. I mean, obviously, after next weekend, the Brazoria County Fairgrounds will be the answer. But you've toured multiple continents. You've toured the globe. Is there a favorite venue you've played to date? I mean, or a story of a venue or a city, or something that comes to mind right off the cuff?
Platinum Plus in Detroit. Never mind. That's a different venue.
I know that story.
Oh shit! All right, we got to hear it now.
No,
Chris knows it. We should all know it.
I mean, anywhere there's a room full of people that are into it is, a good time for me, man.
It's spoken like a skilled. I mean,
it's
It's not his first interview.
A party is where you make it. You know what I mean? So, but I don't know. I like playing in Korea. Australia was cool. As far as the U.S., man, one of my favorite places in Flint, Michigan, called the Machine Shop.
Machine Shop is awesome.
It's epic. I think I just dropped an F-bomb, but, you can clean that up and
you can drop them.
Good. We're chopping at it.
We
try to keep it in single digits. It's all good.
Clean that in post.
It's
you can
funny.
Fucking drop it.
Actually, we were talking about it, but I'm used to being behind the mic now with Outlaw Dave, and I know I can't. But when I'm on stage, dude, it's fucking full throttle. I just let everything go and just start screaming and yelling and fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. It's worse.
Now I got a question for y'all, man. See, the reason why I came here is because I was told there was going to be midget strippers. So are they showing like?
Okay,
Chris, I was told there was going to be. I was told there was going to be tequila and Fireball.
Actually,
apparently they're as busy as you. They're late.
The show ends at 8. We only got 12 minutes.
No, actually, the midget strippers will be at Willow Fest.
Okay, and is one of them going to jump out of a cupcake?
If you wanted to, my brother, I will do anything for you. It's family.
Awesome.
It's a family tradition in Brazoria County. We're having a hoedown.
Yep.
That's
going
right.
down.
B County.
Hey, speaking of strippers, Chris, what's going on Thursday, March 19th over at Scout Bar?
Oh, so I have this little notion. Thomas came to me and he's like, hey, man, your next show is March 19th. It's a Thursday. And I'm like, cool, because my Wednesdays are moving to Thursdays. And I'm like, cool, I can do that. So anyways, I threw together a little something. I work with the South Park Coalition, which is point blank. You've got a long roster.
Carino.
There's a long roster of artists that we work with in the rap community in Houston, Texas. But anyways, and I was like, I got with my brother KO, and I was like, man, we're gonna do a rap show. We're gonna do strippers versus now.
Strappers.
Dude, I'm
That's a whole different
it.
genre. That's a whole.
So March 9th.
So he was on mine. He was on me earlier for drinking some IPAs. Now
so
he's
anyways,
drinking.
it's strippers versus.
It always happens, man. We get them by the
Freudian slip.
Yeah, it's strippers versus rapper. I have 8 Houston artists that are going to perform, but we're also having a dance pole competition. My co-host Joey, she used to be a pole dancer, instructor. She actually taught for 4 years right here in Clear Lake, Texas. So she still has poles. So we're going to set up a pole on stage. We're going to have rappers versus strippers. We're actually going to have we have got 5 guest judge. One of them is Little Flip, which is actually a Houston rapper. And we've got 3 people from Kemah Shot Bar, which is one of our sponsors for our show. So they're going to be our guest judges. And we're going to have a pole competition, $25 to enter. So, and there's cash and prizes. The G Spot has sponsored us and the Ritz Cabaret. So it should be a very good time. Y'all all just want to drink beer. You don't
Now-
want to talk
Dude,
about it.
I'm like totally sold on all this. Dude, there's too many beers. I'm like in heaven right now.
I don't think you can
By
go
pole
backwards,
competition, does that mean everybody brings their own pole and whoever's got the coolest pole wins? Or is that...
I said a pole dance competition.
Oh, pole
Now,
dance.
actually, that would be quite interesting.
everybody
where
shows
you have
up.
to decorate your
What?
pole, and you have.
Hey, poles, corn
Will
dogs.
it survive the
Hey,
tests?
Poles,
And
corn
there's
dogs,
several
bring it
different-
on. We need poles and corn dogs.
Yeah, I want to see
Mighty
you
fine
put
pole.
that- I want to see you put that in the scene, John.
Hot mayonnaise, corn dogs,
Yeah, we need
That's a
poles.
scout bar. We got
and a
poles.
pole competition later.
That's right.
Funnel cakes, grand prize. Yeah.
So, anyways, that's what's going on March 19th.
Couple bands,
March
couple bands,
19th,
and then,
Thursday,
you know.
March 19th at
Yes,
Scout Bar.
yes.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, it looks pretty interesting, man. That looks
You're my
fun.
special guest judge. It just happened.
Boom.
I waived your fee.
Yep.
Ooh, we'll have to figure out a way because we do our show on
I don't wanna
Thursdays.
hear no
Yeah, well,
excuses. You
we'll
just
figure it out.
committed
Maybe
to it
we'll
live on the
broadcast
air.
live from your show.
Oh, what?
I'll have to
Is
charge
that
you
no?
for
That's
that.
perpetual motion.
I'm going to have to charge you for that. I'm a bridge, but sometimes you got to stop and pay the toll, brother.
Yeah. You're back off the list now.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
All right, fair enough. Fair
You
enough.
just got fired.
Take it.
Holy shit!
I like how it just stops. Everybody's laughing.
Hey,
It's just
I'm
over.
waiting. I'm waiting.
I'm waiting for a question, John.
Hey, Willowfest.
Shoot. I'm ready.
So which act? Which act are you most excited about?
Come on
playing?
now.
Saliva.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Next
Saliva.
question. No kidding.
Next question.
Headliner.
I'm actually very excited.
Hey, look, I'll tell you what. I'll just put that in a nutshell. What I'm really excited about, and clearly Paul's a really good friend of mine. I talk to Paul all the time. It's not about, clearly, they deserve this show for one, without going into detail.
I have one artist I'm
Look,
looking forward to.
like I said, not going into detail. The fans and the community of the fans of Saliva and the community of Brazoria County deserves this show for other reasons. But my main thing is there's a lot of Saliva fans in Brazoria County. A lot. They were supposed to have a show last year that did not happen. Okay, I'm bringing this show back.
we were going to talk about this.
Well, you know what?
You keep bringing it up, man. It's old bones.
Maybe.
Well, you know what?
I'm bringing up
You know what?
bones.
Let's leave
Hey,
it. They're owed a makeup show.
It needs to be said. It needs to be said because this was not a reflection of Saliva.
Don't bring up Mark Rodriguez.
You just did.
Okay, so we'll move. Hey,
He still owes me money, by the way.
look, we will move on, but Brazoria County deserves Saliva, which they expected to see last year that they did not get to see. So the powers that be align, and I am bringing back the show that Brazoria County paid and wants to see. Okay,
With the bonus, because there's a bunch of great other artists and bands on this show, too.
That's a hell of a lineup, yeah.
Exactly.
We can switch focus to
No.
some of the-
There's no need to switch
Hey,
focus.
calm down, Thanos. He's
Calm
all the
down,
powers that
Thanos.
be and
No,
all.
but look. Okay,
Put it all in
so
the gauntlet.
we got
He
Saliva.
has all the jewels.
We have Saliva. We have the Hunger. We have Asleep in the Wake. We have Dead Set Red. We got Space Rhino. We have Tame Fury. We've got the Dope Show. We have a huge lineup that is coming, and as pretty much everybody in this room can tell you, this show is unprecedented for one day at that location in that count. This show's never been done.
But
It's never been done.
he's missing the most important thing on the line.
The most important thing is there's going to be a shit ton of beer and
But
some really
no.
awesome smoked brisket.
The main thing on the
That's
the
why
line-
I'm going.
Well, I know you are, but the main thing that endorses me to be on this show when Glenn brought this to me is King Baby, and he's doing a tribute to
That
Bushwick
dude.
Bill.
That's
nice.
awesome.
Which I was one of only 50 people at his funeral. And look, he hated. I'll let y'all take it. Just take it.
Hey, Paul. So we've had this.
I'm trying to get back.
So, Paul, we've talked about this in the show before. As a musician, do you
all
you
good,
talked
Paul.
about the beer. You're excited about the beer. Do you have to limit your beer intake before you play? I mean, how's
Paul
that?
doesn't
is
even
that
drink.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair
I'm
enough.
excited for everyone else.
Then why'd you tell me he likes IPAs?
He used to.
Okay,
Keyword.
fair enough. No worries.
But anyways, like I was saying, King
Look,
Baby is performing. It's
even
gonna
when
be
I
awesome.
did, even when I did drink or did drink, I
didn't drink
don't drink.
IPAs.
For years, I haven't drank like while I perform. You know what I mean?
Right.
Go back to King Baby, please.
That's kind of like a balance,
back.
right? I mean, that's you got to be
Right.
careful.
Oh yeah, because we used to put down about a half gallon before we even went on stage. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'll hold one.
That one's good.
That's a
more
light,
IPA out of me.
lighter
But yeah,
beer.
no
Yeah.
pressure at all. Yeah.
Spinal
No,
tap.
we
Oh,
respect.
spindle tap.
respect.
So, John, I got a question for you.
Absolutely,
man.
okay.
When you actually hit me up about this interview, we were talking about doing it, and I was very excited to be in the studio because I never get to come to a studio.
Right.
You wanted to be in a venue. Like, tell me what you're doing about that. No. Wait, let me finish the question.
Sure.
What are you trying to do? You're getting out in remote now, and you're doing live venues and IPA drinkings, or what are you doing?
It always makes brewers more comfortable when we interview them from their home turf.
Like in the vat?
It really does.
Because I'd like to be dipped in the vat. That would be amazing.
We've done several.
Right.
So we've done several where the background is the brewing equipment, and it is.
we've done. So you're polishing
cool.
the stainless while you're doing an interview. I can see it. It's amazing. Mike,
I don't. No.
Not wow, but before,
if you would like to pay girls to do that while we do the show,
we get
that
sponsors,
would
bro.
Right?
Get
Polish
sponsors,
the cans while you're doing the live broadcast, dude. It's amazing.
It sounds
Mike,
like
great.
But to answer your question, we've done about 70 shows here. So go mobile. And actually, I've been really impressed with how many people we've had come to us. I mean, we've had people come across town. We've had people come from
I can't tell. You don't
an
let
hour
them
and a half
sign the wall.
away.
You don't let them sign the wall.
That's true.
Like,
yeah. Well, they don't let us let them sign the wall. But fair enough.
Paint.
Right. But that's the next move, right? Is to take the show mobile, right? So we've invested in equipment. We now have the ability to do that. So we do that occasionally.
I got a great idea.
There we go.
You know those pedal bars you can rent? You should do your show from those and just get a bunch of people pedal around, get shit housed, and do your show.
I've done those, and I always find that I'm the guy doing the most fucking work on those things.
Did it?
You know? I'm driving the thing. I'm in the back. I'm driving it.
I've never done one because I always figured I'd just get hammered from all the pedaling and fall off the damn thing.
It sounds awesome. It sounds awesome ahead of time, and then about 5 minutes in, you're like, this is a lot of work.
Yeah. They should make like a motorized one. You know what I mean? You just hang out. They just
already been done.
There's one over near Cabo on the water.
It's already been done.
Hey, wouldn't it be a bitch if there was one of those pedal bars and with 10 people on it, and the cops pulled them over and everybody got a deal?
Yeah, who's driving?
Everybody's going to jail.
Who's the driver?
Who's the driver?
It's the driver.
And some of them have kegs, so with an open container for everybody, I mean,
everybody's going down.
It's not a motorized vehicle.
I can see it.
So we had talked about earlier. We had talked about earlier about the horse.
If it moves, you can get a DUI.
You can get a DWI.
You can get a DWI on a horse.
I've gotten one in Clear Lake Shores
Or
on a golf cart.
a public
The
intox.
cop has to be a supreme asshole for this to happen.
Or a public
Really
intox,
does.
We know some. But the pedal bar broadcast has already been done. Teresa from the Buzz did it.
Okay.
Jeremy and I was involved, so it was amazing.
Yeah, but we're talking about a whole series, not just one. Anybody can do one.
Oh, so you're talking about doing a festival?
Like that is the show. Yeah, festival of pedal car.
kind of like Hot Wings, but instead the guest is pedaling and trying to come up with the answers.
Yeah, exactly. And slamming and doing shots.
If your light gets past a certain lumens, you have to get it back up.
Yeah, the hell would want to be
the
on
electricity
the show?
runs the bulb, and they have to.
Hopefully the
That's
show's
crazy.
not more than 5 minutes long.
Or you have 5 guests.
Yeah.
I'm doing the least. I am not
You
involved.
talk to them, you get them drunk, you put them on the bicycle, they run, and then next guy.
That's
So
it.
I will MC the starting line and nothing else.
Yeah.
Then you're gone.
No, I'm done. I'm going to get on that pedal bike.
I'll see you guys off. I'll stand there in video. Here they go.
Yeah.
And they're off. I can see it. It'd be amazing.
No, you got to keep the beat.
John, that's
We did the Dragon Boat Regatta, and there's the drummer.
In the front.
Yeah, on the front, doing that while we're all.
That sounds like Mardi Gras that we just did before we went on Shiprock. There was a bunch of drummers. I went on Shiprock 2020.
That's right, I saw that.
Yeah, but we had to row.
But
As the drummer.
I was actually with CJ Pierce from Drowning Pool when she mentioned about it to the floor.
yeah.
We were on the front of the float, and I was with Joey from Unloco, and they had drums da-dum, 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 as they hold the whole Mardi Gras all the way down Bourbon Street. It was amazing. So
Wow.
Nice.
I don't know
Nice.
why, because you brought up drums. But
That was a good February for you.
42 national bands. It was actually my birthday, so it was every
Wow.
year on
Oh,
January 31st.
when's
so I
your
go on the
birthday?
trip. January 31st.
Nice.
So
January.
actually, we left on my birthday.
That's my
and-
sister's birthday.
Tell your sister I said what's up.
Yeah. I'm February 21st.
He'll give her a ticket next year for Shiprock.
Exactly 3 weeks behind her.
Here, tell her to come to the show.
Yeah, tell her to show up.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think my sister's going to come to the show. I don't think she is.
No free copies. We're good.
Right?
Next
Exactly.
question, please.
Hey, so Paul, what got you into music, man?
Man, I don't really know. No, actually, well,
Maybe you don't.
I got stoned with my sister and listened to an Ozzy Osbourne.
No, when I was a little kid,
that's what got me into it.
My adopted brother. I already liked to listen to music, but my adopted brother knew how to play drums, and he didn't have a drum set at the time when he came to live with us. But he'd always air drum, and I always thought he was like the coolest dude on the planet. So I just kind of was like, man, I want to be a drummer. You know what I mean? And that's kind of how it started. Then I actually got a drum set and learned how to play a little bit, and was like, wait, this is kind of cool. And then it just kind of stuck.
Boom. Is there a favorite drummer over the years? I mean, is there a couple of drummers